What's poppin', people? It's Dante. This morning I'm thinking about why I switched to black and white photography. And so essentially I find that with black and white photography, I return to day one each day, and it feels like there's just endless possibility. You know, there's something about returning to light and shadow, the essence of the medium, phos meaning light, graphe meaning writing or drawing. Photography is merely writing with light, drawing with light. And I find that by photographing in black and white, I create these instant sketches of light, instant sketches of life. And so through photography, we can cultivate our own interpretation of reality. And I believe that black and white photography naturally plays along the fine line between documentation and abstraction, which provides me as the photographer the ability to find meaning in the mundane, to find that the simplest things like the light glimmering upon the tree canopy, or the way that a person moves into a place where there's light and shadow play, provides infinite possibility. And that sort of infinite wonder and possibility and curiosity is what I seek to sort of find in my everyday life as a photographer. And so by returning to black and white and stripping down to the bare bones of the medium, I'm finding that through this transformation and through this change, I'm just finding more joy in life. You know, I ultimately believe that to change is happiness. And as an artist, to do the same thing over and over again, I mean, this to me is just stagnation. It's not necessarily something I seek to do for the rest of my life. You know, I don't want to have to do the same thing over and over again. And so in my particular journey right now, transitioning to black and white makes most sense to me. And I think that through strife and through giving yourself a creative constraint and discipline, such as removing the possibility of you converting your black and white file to color by using a JPEG file that's baked into your camera, you give yourself this regiment, this discipline, this creative constraint that I believe provides more creative freedom in your photography. And so these are some of the reasons why I switched to black and white photography. I find that by returning to black and white, I'm returning to day one each day, which allows me to play, to mess up, to embrace imperfection as perfection, to find beauty in these sort of wonky compositions that I'm making, in the grain, in the grit, in the way in which sometimes my highlights are blown out and my shadows are crushed into the deep blacks. I think the aesthetics are much more beautiful. I think there's a timeless quality to black and white. And so I find going forward, I want to play more, I want to tinker more, I want to embrace failure and imperfection more. And black and white is just naturally providing me with this ability. And so to change, to evolve, to transform, this is joy. As an artist, I seek to endlessly explore and not limit myself. And so by shooting black and white, giving myself this creative constraint, ironically enough, I feel like I can pretty much limitlessly and endlessly explore my inner creativity.